Hello everyone and welcome to my tutorial. Today we are going to be learning how to do a key stage 3 practical on diffusion using the help of potatoes. In this diffusion experiment, we will not be using any sucrose or glucose or salt solution. We will be doing it only with normal distilled water and the potato. So let's come forward and see what are the materials required in doing our today's experiment. So the materials required are cork borers. I have chosen the big size ones as these are very good and useful. We can get a good thickness of the potatoes. One potato, a large one. Scalpel, forceps, two beakers, one empty and one filled with distilled water. Measuring balance, as much as accurate as possible, I'm using 2 decimal places. A petri dish to place over the balance. So let's come forward and see the first procedure in doing our experiment. As we can see, I will be taking my cork borer and placing it into my potato as such. Since we need 2 samples, because one we are going to place in the distilled water and one we are going to be placing in the empty beaker, I have to take 2 samples of the potato. There you go. So now we have 2 cylindrical shapes of potatoes. Since they are not in the same size, we are going to make sure to cut them in the same size and same length. So I'm using the help of my scalpel to cut it as such. Making sure that both the ends meet. Using the help of my petri dish on the balance, I will measure, or I'm going to check the mass. The mass of this potato cylinder is 5.34 grams or 5.35. To confirm again, let's use this. And it's exactly same, 5.35. So we have 2 potato cylinders now of the same length, of the same mass. We are going to now place one of the potato cylinder in distilled water, whereas the another one in an empty beaker. We're going to keep this for 24 hours and then check what is the mass, whether the mass is increased or decreased in which of these 2 beakers. So let's wait for 24 hours and see the results. So now after 24 hours, we can see the potato cylinders, what has happened to it. This was the potato cylinder which was in distilled water for 24 hours. I'm going to pat it dry using my paper towel and then check its mass. We remember previously that our mass was 5.35 grams. Let us observe today. The mass has increased to 6.27, so there is an increase in mass. So putting it in distilled water, the mass increases because the water got diffused in the potato cylinder. Let us check the mass for the cylinder which was kept without any water, just in an empty beaker. The mass has decreased to 5.1. So there is a difference of 0.25 grams, which means that the mass decreased. So when we put any type of vegetable or any substance inside distilled water, it absorbs the water. So the water diffuses in, whereas in an empty beaker, the water diffused out, or it lost, it got dried, it got dehydrated. So this was the experiment for diffusion, which is a basic key stage 3 diffusion to explain how diffusion takes place in and out of a substance. Moving forward in the coming videos, we will come across diffusion using salt solutions and sucrose solutions. Thanks for watching the video.